They call it the Lenovo Legion Slim 7i, my favorite 16-inch laptop for creators from Lenovo for the past 3 years. This thing has everything I could want in a laptop. It has the i9-13900H, RTX 4070, you have quiet mode with iGPU mode for great battery life. You have a color accurate and very bright display. It gets almost 500 nits of screen brightness. You also have an SD card reader along with 2 USB Type-C ports, a headphone jack, your power adapter so you don't have to waste a USB-C port with a charger, 3 USB Type-A's, and an HDMI port. Now, there's just scratching the surface. When you look at the build quality of this laptop, it is assembled very well. Though I don't like the fact that the edge kind of sticks out here on that lip, it's still a fantastic aluminum chassis, aluminum top cover, bottom cover, side panels, and keyboard deck. And in regards to it being the Slim series, it is slim. It's not necessarily super light, but it is slim. You can see the weight and thickness coming up on the screen. So it just has such a fantastic design. This is definitely, to me, the premier laptop from Lenovo in the Legion lineup. Because though the Pro 7i is really good, and I filmed a head-to-head review between the Pro 7i and the Slim 7i, it's not all aluminum like the Slim 7i is. So to me, it's just, you can't beat it. Save an extra 6% off your purchase by going to Lenovo.com right now and using the discount code BENGEXTRA6. That's a custom discount code only for my channel, and it ends at the end of September. So you better make your purchase quick because that discount code does have a time restraint on it. They've set up that code for the channel only through the end of September. BENGEXTRA6 to save you a little extra money on your purchase of either a Lenovo Legion or Lenovo Lock laptop. It does have a webcam along the top bezel, and here's a quick sample so you can check that out. This is the webcam on the Lenovo Legion Slim 7i, and a little sample of the audio for you as well. Also, if you're curious about what the speakers sound like, here's a quick audio sample of the speakers. Now the keyboard is great. It's a medium to long key travel. You get a full-size numpad on the right side, full-size arrow keys, full-size shift key. It's just a great keyboard. And you also have a really nice RGB lit keyboard as well. So you can see that kind of dancing around on the keyboard. Now the trackpad I wish was bigger. I've complained about this for a number of years. And you say, Ben, I thought this was like your absolute favorite laptop. Yeah, but the trackpad could be better, could be bigger. It's just not my favorite trackpad. If you want to know a great comparison to this laptop, check out the Samsung Galaxy Book 3 Ultra. Just did a head-to-head review, and that actually makes a great competitor for this laptop if you're trying to figure out exactly which one you want to get. Now, the battery life on this laptop is great. I mentioned it just a moment ago, but let's dive a little bit deeper. The way I get these results, which is around 10 hours of battery life for streaming video playback and productivity, is setting the screen brightness to 20% at 60 Hertz refresh rate. I turn on Windows Battery Saver mode. I set the laptop to hybrid GPU mode. So basically in the Lenovo Vantage Center, you're turning off the discrete graphics. So you're not using the GPU. And then I also set the laptop to quiet mode, and that is how I get these results. So if you want full performance out of the laptop, you'll not get it at these settings. Once you get to where you're going, plug in the laptop and you'll get full performance. But if you want great battery, that's how I accomplish it. Now this laptop does have a basic upgrade path. It comes with 16 gigs of RAM soldered to the motherboard, but it does have an extra RAM slot that you can put a 16 or 32 gig stick in and boost your RAM. Now you do have 2 M.2 slots, one occupied and one unoccupied. So you have 2 opportunities to upgrade your storage. Now this upgrade path takes it up to another level from 2022 to 2023, because in 2022, the soldered RAM was 8 gigs. The soldered RAM this year is 16, which means you can get more RAM for less money quicker by taking 16 gigs and turning it to 32 by adding a 16 gig stick, rather than taking 8 gigs and turning it to 24 by adding a 16 gig stick. So really cool move from Lenovo for giving us more soldered RAM this year. All right, now let's get into it. Let's go ahead and check out the performance. And this laptop does not disappoint. Taking a look at the Geekbench single core and multi-core, you can see it scores a really good position on the charts, up there with some of the big boys. The Asus Republic of Gamers Strix Scar 17 with the Ryzen 9 7945HX and RTX 4090. And even in Cinebench R23, both single core and multi-core, again, scoring well up there on the chart. So this laptop hangs with the best, and it gives you a thin and light chassis with great connectivity and aluminum build quality, something that a lot of others don't offer. Now, going ahead and taking a look at Photoshop, you can see we're scoring a 983. Not an amazing score when you think about the, stimulated benchmark score we just saw. But keep in mind, this laptop comes with soldered 16 gigs of RAM. So go ahead, stick another 16 gig stick in that open slot, and you're gonna see probably in the high 1100s to the 1200s for this laptop. Same thing with After Effects. Having the 16 gigs of RAM kind of bottlenecked the system, putting it at an 879. Whereas other laptops with i9-13900H processors are up in the high 900s. Take a 16 gig stick, put it in the open slot, and you're gonna see much better performance. Both Photoshop and After Effects love RAM, and so that'll be a very good upgrade to make to this laptop. Now, going ahead and looking at Blender Classroom, a 1026, fantastic score for this laptop. You can see that other i9-13900H laptops scored in the low 900s or even the high 800s. So this laptop is definitely optimized with the components that are in it. Looking at Autodesk 3ds Max, Autodesk Maya, PTC Creo, and SolidWorks, you can see that all of those benchmarks have the Slim 7i at the mid to top end of the charts. Not the top, but in that top range. And so this is a great laptop for 3D modeling. We even saw good results in SolidWorks at a 121. Now, going ahead and looking at Premiere Pro with the drop frames, this is an area where I was not overly impressed. I think by adding a 16 gig stick, once again, you're gonna see the results that I expected out of this laptop, which is the hundreds, not 1300 drop frames for 6K B-RAW and 368 drop frames for 6K Red. The 16 gigs of RAM is really bottlenecking the system in this regard, because just like Photoshop and After Effects, Premiere Pro playback really benefits from a little bit more RAM. Now, going ahead and looking at the export times, that's an area that did not disappoint. We saw a 2-minute and 29-second export time for the 9-minute 4K clip out of Premiere Pro, exported at full quality 4K YouTube settings. And for 6K, that wasn't personally earth-shattering in my opinion. I want to see more in the 15 to 13-minute range for these 2023 laptops. So if you're a 6K video editor, I might send you towards the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i, because that scored an 11-minute and 43-second export time, over 6 minutes faster. That's saying something. So if you're really wanting to get performance and you don't care much about the form factor or that there's some plastic on your laptop, go for the Pro 7i. If you want the form factor and the build quality, lean towards the Slim 7i. All right, taking a look at DaVinci Resolve, a good result with 4 minutes and 21 seconds out of DaVinci Resolve 4K export. So punch for punch, man, this laptop has everything you need, especially if you go ahead and upgrade that 16 gigs of RAM soldered, add that open slot with another 16, you got 32. This is gonna be a great laptop. Bright screen, great keyboard, you got your SD card reader ready to go, you got great connectivity, and like I keep talking about, thin and light, great build quality, all aluminum laptop, you can't beat it. Links in the description below if you're ready to make a purchase, or click or tap the screen here for more videos to help you with your purchasing decision. I'll see you here in the next one.